local high school and see how their seniors are preparing for their college applications.
Next, we will see the developing progress of a Golden Coast FBLA chapter to see how they are gearing up for their upcoming competition.
Then we will see how students are speaking up about cyberbullying.
Before concluding our program with this week's weather report.
Good evening, and welcome to Nightly News on Channel 5. I'm Elias Almarez-Herrera.
And my name is Veronica Tsuchida.
Now, earlier this week, Veronica and I had the chance to go down to Alhambra High School to see how a few students are planning on preparing to submit their college applications. We had the privilege of interviewing a few of those students. Let's take a look. The Career Center of this school acts as the hub for these creative sparks to fly. Mr. Alexander Rincon and Ms. Cassie Padilla host daily sessions for students to work on college applications.
I think it's really helpful. Like, it helps me when I don't know what to fill out on my forms. Like, they'll help me out with it. A lot of financial stuff and a lot of questions that I can't figure out by myself at home.
Yeah, we just prefer as many students as possible, so we know that we're reaching out to like a diverse group of students. Because it sucks that the same kids come in. We would want more students to get more help, and because we don't want to leave it to the last minute either.
Here, students gathered to peer edit, ask questions, and double-check their applications in hopes of getting into the dream college of their choice.
There's a lot of students that they don't know that they can apply to come there, maybe at UC, and they need someone to tell them. And once they realize that, there are usually those students that come to you like every day or like always sending you something like, oh, can you check this out for me, this and that, and they weren't doing that before. So it's just being able to see that motivation spark. So that's awesome.
It's amazing to see all these hardworking students, and we wish the best to all of them in their college journey. Now let's move on to the developing progress of a Golden Coast FBLA chapter. So far, the FBLA chapter has started several projects including Go Green, where they hosted a school-wide cleanup day. The Alhambra FBLA chapter has also set up several mock performances where students can perform in front of each other in preparations for the section leadership conference in February. Last year, their FBLA chapter sent 6 students to the state leadership conference, with 2 students making it to nationals, including Nicholas Tran, who placed first in computer problem solving. In an interview I had with the FBLA president, he says, "Last year, we had a number of our members qualify for states along with nationals. With the hard work we are putting in, I have the same confidence in our chapter to do well at the section leadership conference." Very well said. Thanks, Veronica. When we come back from the break, we will venture into these students' stories on how they overcame cyberbullying. Want to lose weight? Hate dieting? Putting so much effort into the gym but not seeing the results you want? Well then, look no further than Statewide. With only 3 pills every day with every meal, you can start seeing the results you want. I noticed in my first week alone, I lost 20 pounds, and you can too. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can take a look at Bill, who lost over 40 pounds on his weight loss journey. And if you call right now, we'll even double your order for the price of one. So don't wait. Get your Fat Away pill bottle today. Just dial 1-800-FAT-AWAY. 1-800-FAT-AWAY. 1-800-328-2929 today. Earlier this week, Elias and I interviewed a couple of students who overcame cyberbullying and how they advise students who are struggling to speak out about their experiences. Let's take a look.
I think my first experience of cyberbullying had to be somewhere in the 6th grade, where I had just got my first Xbox. I started up the first game, which happened to be Call of Duty. I was matched up with a bunch of people that, or I guess were in a group. But what ended up happening was they kind of just made fun of me all the time. It became things from racial slurs to jokes about how small I was, and that really changed my perspective on the internet.
88% of teenagers ages 13 to 17 have access to a cell phone. 91% of teenagers ages 13 to 17 access the internet on cell phones, tablets, and other mobile devices at least occasionally.
So people in high school really think that cyberbullying isn't really real, but to be honest, it is. I just learned to ignore things, and people that really cyberbully are just people with low self-esteem and with nothing better to do with their lives.
1 in 4 U.S. students say they have been bullied at school, while 1 in 3 U.S. students claim to be victims of cyberbullying.
tell like your parents or like an older like being how you feel about it, because they can help you a lot. I made that mistake to like bottle my feelings in, and it affected me in the long run.
Despite these statistics, students are confident they can find the solution to combat cyberbullying.
I think that's the issue with cyberbullying, is there's no way for the victim to defend themselves. Sure, they can block and ignore and get off of the internet as much as possible, but how prevalent it is today in society, it's difficult to do something like that. So while cyberbullying, I guess, isn't as talked about as regular bullying, I believe it's just, if not more prevalent in physical, real-life situations.
Wow, it really is refreshing to see students speaking out about their experiences to help each other out. Now let's go to Elias, who has our weekly weather report.
Thanks, Veronica. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We are looking forward to a warm and beautiful weekend with temperatures of over 100 degrees on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A perfect opportunity to head out to the beach with your loved ones, or maybe drop by the ice cream parlor. Now, let's fast forward to the weekdays. On Monday, we have a temperature of 97 degrees. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 95 degrees. So make sure to put on some sunscreen and stay safe in these hot conditions. And that's our program for tonight.
Have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.